Everybody, y'all know I am mother freaking ticked off. Like what, bro? What are we doing? We losing to the Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. The Pittsburgh Steelers, bro. No disrespect to Pittsburgh and the Steelers and everything, but bro, come on, bro. Pittsburgh Steelers. Before we played this game, bro, the Pittsburgh Steelers was 3-4, bro. Come on, bro. We're 5-2. We're a team that wants to get to the Super Bowl. And we'll make a run in the playoffs. We're a team that wants to go deep in the playoffs, but we can't even beat the average teams. But I guess it kind of does help us out because in the playoffs, it's not going to be any bad teams to play if we can lock up the number two seed. So maybe we just get big game players or something. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we just big game hunters, bro. So let me see what I was about to say. I just couldn't believe this, bro. Cause I'm not saying like we all Colts fans thought this was gonna be an easy win. We just thought that man, this is probably gonna be one of those wins. We just take it to the bank and just go. You know what I'm trying to say? Just keep that winning streak going, keep it alive and everything, and then you keep it up and keep it going. But for some reason, I guess they didn't feel like that. So man. It was really something to take heed to. So let me just start just by breaking this game down. So first part, I think kind of my bad. I'm trying to really remember what happened in the game. I know like we go straight down the field. Oh no. We got down the field and freaking that's when Jacoby Brissett he got wrapped up. So or he got fell on. They pushed Quinn Nelson to, and then his knee got banged to the ground. So we bring in Brian Hoyer. So first play, first all time we march down the field. Bam, we go. And then for some reason, the next set of downs, we get the ball. Bam, he throws the ball to Minka Fitzpatrick for some reason. I know he didn't see Minka Fitzpatrick, but bro, Brian Hoyer, you're a veteran quarterback, bro. If you don't see it there, don't take a shot, bro. Because worst case scenario, we could have been looking at three. Could have been looking at three, bro. This worst case scenario. I don't know what he was thinking about in that moment, and what really ticked me off. Why is Quinn Nelson the only person going back to go try to go get Minka Fitzpatrick from score? Because that was the turning point in the game. Everybody was acting freaking lazy on that play, and if you wipe out that score, because let's just say you end up catching him. Let's just say best case scenario you end up catching him on the 50. You catch him on the 50. You catch him on the 30. They end up kicking a field goal, bro. That's 4 points. That's 4 points we could have had back, and who knows? They could have missed the field goal. We could have blocked it. So I mean, that's another thing right there, bro. That's 4 points right there. That we just, I mean, maybe worst case scenario, that's seven. That's 4 to 7 points that we just gave up, bro. We just gave up 4 to 7 points. I don't know why Quinn Nelson was the only guy that was even near him, but he got blocked out. So I mean, and Quinn Nelson, he's not really like some speed demon, so he's not going to catch him. So I don't know where Paris Campbell and Deion Kane, all the boys that y'all gotta get off y'all tail. If it's a pick six, y'all gotta stop it. Don't don't let a pick six to court. Cause think about it. If we didn't let that happen, that's another strike in the game right there. Nobody didn't try to get it or nothing. So that's one strike right there. That's and when you see stuff like that, you like, come on, man. So now I think we go back to the next play. He gets back out there. Bam! Throws another dime. So we in here killing it. And I got to shout out to my boy. Who was that? It wasn't Kane. Was it Zach? Did Zach have another good game? I know Zach. I've been shouting him out lately. Oh, Zach Pascal. I think it's old Zach Pascal because I think Pascal he had one big thing and then he kind of just fumbled the ball out of bounds. So I was like, what? What's going on? So yeah. So we go back down the field. Boom. Hit him up again. It was good. And then when you get the ball back, it's a turnover. I forgot what happened. I don't know if it was a fumble or what. But yeah, it was a turnover. We gave the ball back. Because like it was crazy because like bruh, it's so many things, bruh, that we could have just done better and we would have ended up winning this game, bruh. And let me just talk about the rest of the game. Did we give up a touchdown? I think we might have gave up a touchdown. I'm not 100% sure. But then let's go to the end of the game. I know people want to say, but the laces was out. Hey, buddy, I'm sorry, bro. I understand that the long snapper he didn't Luke Rhodes long snapper in the holder they kind of just messed it up, but still Adam Vinatieri, you're a vet. I don't. I mean, like I understand it, but it's that's just like a weird thing. Like, how can that determine something of the way you get the ball, bro? I hate to think about that because, bro, that's like basically saying, like, hey, man, if let's just say, I don't know, I'm a car salesman. Let's just say, oh, I don't get, if I don't get them before a certain time, I'm not gonna be able to sell the car. Like, bro, come on, bro. It kind of, I don't kind of get the laces out thing, but I notice when a lot of people they do hold the laces out, they end up missing the kick. But I mean, I don't know. Is that like a mindset or something that they just have in their mind? Like, oh, the laces are out. Why don't they just not look at the football and just kick the football? Does it feel like weird on your foot or something, or do you put not enough power on it? Is because it's the lace way? I don't know. And they said the wind's blowing pretty bad, but still, bro, we got to give up the ghost, bro. If I was okay, so Vinatieri, he's got to go, bro. He's got to go. Well, you know what? Yeah, he's got to go. We'll just let him go, do whatever he got to do. But yeah, he's got to go, bro. Adam Vinatieri's got to go, bro. And I think that in the off season, regardless of what happens, as we win a Super Bowl, if we don't make the playoffs, I'm just saying like this too. Like we win the Super Bowl, don't like. I mean like I'm like the type of person. Is no matter what happens, we need to figure out a way, bro. We need to figure out a way to get a defensive tackle. We need to figure out a way to get another linebacker. And bro, we need for freaking sakes to get a number one wide receiver because bro, I know T.Y. Hilton's our number one, but bro, we need another guy that the defenses will say, "Ooh, what's going on?" And then on top of that, T.Y. Hilton, he's getting old, bro. I'm not saying he's getting old, but bro, T.Y. Hilton, he ain't gonna be able to keep on just bouncing back from injury after injury after injury after injury, bro. We know that doesn't work like this in this league where you just keep on just getting up, getting up, getting up, getting up. Eventually, you just have to give it up. So we're gonna have to find us a number one receiver, which I know T.Y. Hilton is our number one receiver, but I'm just saying, bro, T.Y. Hilton, we don't you don't know how long T.Y. Hilton can play. T.Y. Hilton may can just play next year, the year after that. We don't know. We need to find a wide receiver so just in case it's T.Y. Hilton, if he just gets hurt or whatnot, or because it seems like most of the time he either plays hurt or he got to, yeah, most of the time he either have to play hurt because, bro, it's nobody else on our team that consistently scares the defense, bro. And I hate to say this too, but bruh, this off season, that's what we need to do. We need to keep on building up this team even more with more pieces. Get us another D line. Get us some more D line players. Figure out our tight end room. Get us another wide receiver. Get us another running back. And figure out the offensive line because well, not the offensive line, but the left tackle. Are we going to resign Anthony Casalzo or are we going to let him walk? See, I don't know what's going to happen there, so we need to figure that out. I'm not going into the all-season changes. I'm just saying, like, this is something we just have to think about. I'm not giving up on the season just yet, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of teams can say that. Like, you can look at the New England Patriots. They might need a few offensive linemen and some wide receivers, but New England they just pull it together and figure it out. I mean, let me look at the Saints. The Saints they need a number two wide receiver. They probably need another running back. They need a tight end. I mean, they got Jared Cook, but I think he's kind of like banged up or something. And see, just because you're a good team, look at the 49ers. They need a wide receiver. They need a freaking. I know they got Emmanuel Sanders, but still, they need another wide receiver. They need some pieces on the offensive line. They need some more linebackers. They need some corners too. They need some corners and safeties, stuff like that. They need some on the back end too. Even though they have decent enough corners to do just enough, but still, I'm not trying to sit up here and clown Richard Sherman, but his best days is behind him, bruh. So that's all I just wanted to say. I'm sorry it went on to something else that it shouldn't have went on to, but bruh, we have got to start just beating the teams now. Next week, we have the Miami Dolphins, bruh. Their starting quarterback is Ryan Fitzpatrick, bruh. And then on top of all that, they are coming off a win, but they beat the Jets. I think they're down to that third string wide receiver. They're down to their depth at cornerback. The linebackers might be all right. Defensive end, that offensive line, it's not that good, but yeah. So this Miami Dolphins team, we should beat them by 30, bro. If we don't, it's something wrong, bro. It is something wrong. They're down to so many positions. They're down to like their third and fourth string players at positions or whatnot. So it should be no excuse next week, bro. And then the way Jacksonville looked Sunday, it should be no excuse against them. And then we just have to be ourselves against the Houston Texans and just make it hard on them and win the game. That's exactly what we have to do over these next 3 weeks. And I'm not overlooking anybody, but we should be able to beat the Miami Dolphins. If we can't beat the Miami Dolphins, I don't know what to say about this team. We should beat them by at least 20 or 30, bro. It should be just a coming out party for Cobra said, Brian Hoyer, whoever we have back there as quarterback. Anybody. We should throw yeah. Chad Kelly should get some burn in the next game, bro. That's how bad it should be. Chad Kelly should get some burn in the next game. But yeah, we just gotta keep on trying to stay solid instead of just getting complacent, bro. Stop with all this stuff where we just getting penalties. We just look bad, bro. Stop with all this, bro. Even though in the Steelers game, it was a lot of BS penalty calls, which, you know, that happens. But still, we got to make sure that we discipline. We got to make sure that we go out there and we go on the field and we produce, bro. And we got to stop looking at inferior talent and making them look like they're even to us. Start beating the teams you need to beat and compete. Really compete against the team. We have no problem. If you go up, let's just look at the rest of our schedule. Let's just say the Texans, when we play the Texans again, it comes down to the wire. Okay. That's fine and dandy. That's fine and freaking dandy. But the Miamis, the Jacksonvilles, the Tennessees, and teams like that, you got to beat them down to the ground. I don't want to see no more 2 point wins, 3 point wins, 7 point wins, and stuff like that. I want to see domination because the rest of our schedule it should be nothing but domination. Like next week, if we don't beat the Titans by at least the Dolphins by at least double figures, I don't know what to say about this team, bro. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know if we're gonna even win a playoff game if we're looking like this. I know we guaranteedly. I feel like we really gonna make the playoffs is because it just our schedule. Like if we don't make the playoffs, or if we well, bet worst case scenario, if we don't win the division with this schedule we got. I don't know what to say about our team. We really need to dig deep into these players and actually, get it together because we sit right now at 5-3. The Texans they do not play this week, so we can get that lead back over them. And then the freaking Chiefs. I think the Chiefs they lost 4 games, right? So I think it maybe they bye week, so they got to play New England. The Texans they still got to play New England. A lot of teams we got to play New England, but if we really want to do it in the Super Bowl, we're gonna have to do it this year, cause bro, next year we're gonna have to play New England and different teams like that. I don't want to do that. So alright, then y'all, I will peace. Bye. Like, subscribe, turn on